What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Mind of Monty. It's been a while since my last upload, but I definitely want to talk about some of the things that's been going on Raw, specifically the most recent episode of Raw. I'll explain my absence, I guess, for a few months. At a later date, it'll all make sense. I promise. Maybe at a later full length podcast, we'll figure that out as we go. But to kick it off, let's just get right into it, just the same way they did with the New Day and the Usos build up, basically leading up to their big tag match, which the way they're talking about it, I guess is on SmackDown, but it's been built up or talked about, I guess, because the Usos are so close. I'm not sure the exact day range or whatever, how close they are, but I think it's obvious that they are about to break the New Day's longest reigning tag team, championship reign from a few years back. And I just love all of the. If you've been watching wrestling over at least the past decade, in all honesty, but really, past 7 years or so, or ever since the New Day basically was formed, you know how much they went through, and they kind of touched on that, how much they went through to get where they are today, to be as over or as just such a household name now. They were ranked the greatest tag team in WWE history by WWE. Even if you don't really put a lot of stock into those shows that they make for their Peacock and the network, still that is a fact. So again, the New Day is one of the most successful, if not the most successful team of the past 10 years or so. And the same thing can be said for the Usos, and they've had great classic clashes, no matter if the Usos was in paint, if they were doing day one ish, or if they're in the bloodline, or and the New Day has evolved over the years also. Even like Kofi and them mentioning that that reign that they had is probably one of the last times signaling when the New Day were, actually a full fledged team. Because again, everyone knows a lot of things is in doubt about Big E's future, and it touched on a lot of great things. Even the Usos bringing up, if the Usos would have, stayed in that gauntlet match, Kofi would never have been WWE champion. It's just all expertly done. I'm a storytelling guy. I know they're gonna kill it in the ring because they just have great chemistry. They always do. But man, shout out. I don't really care who wins. I love it that much. If the Uso break the record, it's fine with me. As much as I would love the New Day to keep, part of me is like, let the Bloodline win it back down the line or whatever, to continue their story along with Roman. But still, I think, I wouldn't mind it if the New Day broke the record also, though. So it's one of those things where it's like, you can't really lose in those scenarios, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a banger of a match. So can't wait to see how that works out. The HBIC returning to WWE, Mia Yim, and she's turning with the OC, and I get it from that standpoint. Uh, and as much as I'm not into the OC chapter of the Judgment Day story, I am into Mia Yim returning and evening things out. We all know Rhea has been the main thorn in the side of whoever the Judgment Day is fighting. And yeah, I'm excited for this, man. That crowd there may have not have been as into it as they should have been, but they were like that the entire night. So I don't think that has much to do with the execution of the segment. But I have no problem with this. And now her inclusion with the OC, like from a storytelling standpoint, may not make a lot of sense, other than the fact that Mia Yim was in NXT with Rhea, and they have I guess some history. But honestly, it's not like they had like a big a blood feud or anything that I can think about. If they even, I know, I'm pretty sure they did have some problems back in the day, especially I know how NXT is, but I don't even remember it being such a major thing. If you guys know anything, leave in the comments, let me know. But yeah, may not make the most sense from like a storytelling standpoint, like I was saying, but and especially without explanation. But we'll wait it out, see where this goes. I'm just happy that she's back into the fold. Like Triple H is gathering his women's force of Avengers from NXT that he. A lot of people that I guess you can say careers he cultivated. I'm hearing that Mia Yim might not be there's gonna be a couple of other names that used to be in WWE in the women's division who may be returning. We'll see. Been rumors like that pretty much since Triple H has taken over, and this is the latest edition. We'll see how it all plays out, though. War Games, I have to mention, I love the EO and Oscar moment. If you watch Raw or if you have seen a clip yet, please go seek it out. Them kind of just going back and forth in Japanese until EO delivers a great B word, which just made, you can't do anything. I couldn't do anything but laugh. It worked out great, and I think we all know that Oscar versus Io rivalry one day would knock it out of the park. We know they're going to kill it in the ring, but I just would love for them to get the time and the storytelling associated with both of them. And I think it would be money, man. I don't know, but that I think we all anyone who watch or fans of both of them could appreciate them. You know, I've even heard people mention it on the grandest stage of them all. We'll have to wait it out and see about that. But again, I'm eager to see who fills out each team here when it comes to War Games. War Games is usually fun. And finally, WWE teased Rhea versus Bianca as much as possible. Give it. We cannot wait for a proper title feud between those two. We got robbed of it earlier because of some unfortunate timing and everything with Rhea's injury. But here we are. We're back. I think it'll be a great way to either be a match at WrestleMania or something down the line is kind of a great sign of the future because I think we all know Rhea and Bianca are pretty much who they should be putting their money on leading this division going forward. And Theory's U.S. title failure, I have to talk about it. It was seemed to be a lot of shock around this decision. And again, I guess it's understandable because of how it played out. It was chaotic there. But you know, it's not really a shock to me that he's losing his opportunity. I mean, I think since Triple H has taken over, you have constantly seen pretty much since then every week Theory basically look less and less competent and seemed like, and you know, he definitely didn't seem like a future world champion. I think no one thought he was gonna find a way to pin Roman. We have a dominant IC champion, so it wouldn't work out with Gunther. The only belt that has been, kind of moving and also important would be the U.S. title. So, again, I'm not necessarily surprised that he even went after that belt because, again, like we said, none of us wanted him to – we wouldn't even entertain the fact of him, taking out Roman. So, I do understand what people think or what they mean. Like, man, you wait, you have all this time. He's held it almost longer than anyone, and he's held it for a long time. He goes after the U.S. title, a title he had already had when he won the briefcase. So I get it. Like, it's weird, but again, none of us thought Theory was going to. I don't think so. I know a lot of those people who thought Theory was the future of the company and all that. And again, I don't think that this means he's not. He's very, very young. So, like, it's a lot of time for things to change. It's just, again, after failing multiple times at surprising Roman, and, and then again with Bobby Lashley's inclusion in the entire thing, making a lot of sense. But again, I think we all have been able to see that Triple H was not on that super push that McMahon was on when Theory was coming up at the beginning of his run. But again, like I said, this doesn't mean that Theory is done or anything. And I'm fine with it, to be honest with you. I'm fine with how it played out. But again, I was one of those people who didn't really see Theory winning the world title anyway. But, of course, with Vince at the helm, it definitely seemed very likely there. But again, leave in the comments what you guys think about that, last night's Raw in general. The end of the 24/7 championship, if you care about that. I'm sorry, R-Truth. I don't know too many other people who were emotional. I'm pretty sure, besides his injury, he's very, very tore up about that one. Either way it goes, thank you guys. Like, share, subscribe if you want more content like this. See you when I see you. Adios.